I'm Bobby Jamieson. I'm an associate pastor of Capitol Hill Baptist Church in Washington, D.C., and I wrote the book, The Path to Being a Pastor, subtitle, A Guide for the Aspiring. I wrote this book positively because I wanted to give advice and counsel, some of which is advice and counsel I myself have received that's been helpful on my own path to being a pastor. And I wanted to give advice and counsel about treating the aspiration to be in full-time ministry as a kind of journey, a journey of growth in Christ-likeness, a journey of growth in gifts and character, and especially trying to see that journey take place under the leadership of a local church. So that's the kind of positive vision. Most of the book is kind of short, bite-sized pieces of counsel, trying to illustrate that from my own experience and from life in the local church. There's also a sort of negative, corrective side where I take issue with the way that most people in evangelical circles tend to use the word calling around I'm called to be a pastor, God has called me to this, I know I'm cut out to preach because God has called me. I take aim at that language. I don't think that language is biblical. I think that language can lead to a sense of presumption. I think that language can obscure the fact that there's really an objective set of qualifications for being an elder laid down in 1 Timothy 3. Now, of course, there are people who use that type of language very responsibly with lots of careful nuances and qualifications. But the first chapter is a bit of demolition work against the language of calling and setting up this paradigm of aspiration in its place that I think is more biblical, I think is more realistic and humble, and that I think can lead to a focus on, for an aspiring pastor, what can you do to cultivate gifts God has given you? What can you do to put those gifts to work in the local church? And especially trying to have a sense of humility and kind of popping any bubble of presumption that you would ever get paid to do this, that anybody sort of owes it to you to hire you. So I would hope this book is useful for pastors who are wanting to see pastors raised up. If you have an internship or you're discipling young men toward ministry, I hope it's useful working through with them together. Or certainly, if you yourself aspire to be a pastor, if you have any inkling of wanting to preach and teach publicly, or maybe you're a seminary student already, you are right in the bullseye. If you aspire to be a kind of main preaching pastor someday, this book's for you. I hope you find it helpful.